Item 7. Sports fans concerning tonight's fistic extravaganza. The Police Athletic League's inter-precinct boxing tournament. Now, I advise an early arrival as the first event pits Midtown middleweight Al Simmons against this precinct's own prize pugilist, Officer Bobby Hill.
All right.
Go like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You're gonna be the champ of the Metro PD.
Oh, my God, he's a poet, and he knows it.
And my feet know it, too. They're long, fellow.
I hope you will exhibit the same enthusiasm whilst purchasing tickets from Officer Schnitz. Proceeds go towards reinstating the PAL boxing program for underprivileged youth. Item 8. Officer Evans and D'Amico continue on Sector C patrol, substituting for Coffee and Bates, entering the testimony phase in the Shears-Heiser taxi death trial. Hey, Lucy, is there going to be a rep today?
Well, maybe they're trying to get a plea bargain on Heiser this morning.
Now, for those of you on the outside, we're pushing here for any kind of conviction. Now, we all know the Top Hat Cab's owner, Bernard Heiser, has been putting death traps on the street for years. Hey, go get him, Joe. Luce. Now, let's all get tough on Top Hat's vehicles, huh? Okay, let's roll. And let's be careful out there, huh?
That's over $1,000 raised already. Do you know that Daryl Ann wants to come tonight? Yeah, she says she liked the fights. Can you imagine a sweet little thing like that, like a prize fight?
How you feel, Bobby?
Okay, pretty good.
Yeah, I was wondering how heavy to bet you tonight.
I don't know, Leo. I once saw Al Simmons rip the door off a Cadillac.
What do you do that for?
I tried to run over him.
Well, he's over the hill.
You're gonna murder him.
I don't know, Carl.
Twice City Golden Gloves welterweight champion. Twice departmental middleweight
10
champion.
years ago.
10 years ago.
Our money's on you, kid.
I wouldn't bet the farm.
We'll be right back.
My bet's on you too, Bobby.
Thanks, Leo.
I mean, he's as old as you are.
Bobby, I wonder if I can give you a pointer for tonight.
Lieutenant, I don't need to know anything about
Bear with me just a moment, will you, Bobby? Valentine, stay right here. I want you to hit me with your left. Sir? Now, the axiomatic principles of Fazundo is that the same energy used to block is released to launch the attack. Come on, Valentine. Yes. You all right, Valentine?
Yes, sir, I think so.
I'm gonna keep that left a little higher.
Yes, sir.
We have a 911. Armed robbery in progress. See surplus store, corner People's Drive, North 24th Street.
To bust the bookie operation.
Thought bookmaking was illegal, Mick.
And I thought it was handled by Vice. How come we're doing their job?
I went over there a couple of days ago, Mick, the front's a candy store. I went in to get some gum. They were doing business pretty openly.
What do you mean, right out front?
Yeah. The traffic to the back room was pretty obvious. I called Vice and reported it.
And they haven't made the bust?
Nope.
You think maybe there's a pad in Vice? Captain? Captain? There's cops on the tape.
One step at a time.
When you and your partner first arrived at the scene of the accident, who was sitting behind the wheel of the cab?
That man there, Raymond Shears.
And was there anybody else in the cab with Mr. Shears?
No.
So then, Officer Bates, it might be correct to say that my client, Mr. Heiser, was nowhere in proximity to this incident. Is that right?
Except he owns the cab company.
Please instruct the witness, Your Honor.
Just answer the question that's been put to you, officer.
No, he was nowhere in proximity.
As a matter of fact, isn't it true that Mr. Heiser's arrest is part of a personal vendetta by the police department and the district attorney's office?
Objection!
I don't know what you're talking about.
And that Mr. Heiser is, in fact, the object of a blatant legalistic witch hunt.
Leading, Your Honor, beyond the witness's competence.
Change your tone of voice, Mr. Bernstein. Stricken is calling for a conclusion. Juries to disregard.
No further questions?
You may step down. Next witness.
The people call Mr. William Tully.
You've testified, Mr. Tully, that you were 50 feet away from the incident, that you saw the cab operated by my client drive up on the curb, and I quote, "It was like it had no steering, brakes, or nothing."
They put a death trap on the street, right?
Have you ever had training in auto mechanics, Mr. Tully?
No, ma'am. The cars don't go up on curbs unless there's something the matter with them.
Thank you, Mr. Tully.
Or the driver's drunk.
Now, drunk, you say, Mr. Tully. Did you smell the defendant's breath? Did you administer a breathalyzer test? Could you have passed a similar test at the time?
Objection. Move to strike.
Sustained. Jury will disregard.
Did the DA or the police offer you any inducements for your testimony today?
No, ma'am.
Did anybody?
Like who?
Like anybody. Did anybody offer you an inducement?
What do you mean, inducement?
Offer you money, anything of value? A free ride on a case?
Sort of to lie? Absolutely not.
To do what, then? Did someone offer you money to appear here and testify? Did they, Mr. Tully?
Well, now, hold it. Let me ask you a hypothetical. I go to Florida in the fall. Now, if somebody was to lay a few bucks on me so I could stay around here...
Who offered you a few dollars, Mr. Tully?
Answer the question, sir.
The guy with the cop. Dead guy's brother.
Otherwise, he would have left town. He wouldn't have honored his legal subpoena.
Quiet, quiet.
Judge, will you instruct the jury as to the proper way to assign bought testimony?
Objection.
Overruled.
The people's only eyewitness in this entire case, and his testimony can be bought and sold for the price of a meal. No further questions, Your Honor.
You may step down. Will defense be putting in a case?
No, Your Honor.
Very well. Summations at 2. Adjourn for lunch. 1 hour.
What about the other eligible witnesses?
There's Delladio and Gilbert. These guys make Tully look like Nobel Prize material.
Tully's been discredited now. Find Gilbert, fast. I'll review his statement and we'll put him on after lunch.
Look, I'm sorry. He was my...
I know. He was your brother.
What do you want? What do you want? What are you doing? Let's go there. Don't do that. Don't. Police officers, everybody, hands on the table. What are you doing? Feeding the fish? Get those out of there. Stop it. Come on. Hands down. Where the hell are you going, mouse? You are under arrest.
Defense counsel, officer. What seems to be our problem?
Ain't no problem, Mr. Sosa. We're just busting your place.
I can see that. I mean, what's our problem?
Hey, look, read my lips, Mr. Sampson. You're under arrest. Detective Washington here is going to read you your rights. Now, come on over here.
You're under arrest, Ben. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
What seems to be happening here is actually happening.
You got it, Ben.
This is a hell of a note. I mean, this is really actually taking place. Come on, at least get my coat.
Okay.
Yeah, Ben. Here's that rainy day.
Look, I only work here.
Where are you taking me, man? What office are you guys from? I don't understand.
Hey! What do you think you're doing? What the hell do you want? Get out of my way! Get out of my way!
You okay? No.
I just want to get back in the chair. Let me get off the ground, okay?
I
I can do it. Get your hands off. Get your hands off of me!
That was my car back there!
Well, you shouldn't have been parked in a handicap zone. You got what you deserve, buddy.
Oh, yeah? Well, you take a look at this, buddy. You are under arrest.
You know, I really like that girl. I mean, no one's gonna mistake Daryl Ann for a rocket scientist, you understand? Time! That's good, that's good, that's good. Hasn't worked. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Oh, really? I don't know, man. I don't know.
2 minutes on the bag, come on.
Eureka.
2 minutes on the bag.
It used to be a lot easier, man. I'm just dead.
I know it did, but no pain, no gain. Don't be lame. Don't go insane.
Oh,
Just stick
Mama.
with it. Don't call for your mama. Call for Al Simmons' big ugly face. Ready? Time, go. That's right. Push. Uppercut. Get mad. Get right hand. Uppercut. You know, she's just so nice. I mean, she's so natural. And I think I'm real sweet on her. You know what I mean? Okay, now. Peanut butter punch. Stick it to his ribs. Stick him. Okay, banana punch. He's going fast. He's going punches and bunches. Besides, you know, she's a little bit country, but I'm country too. Frankie. No, man. Give me 10 more seconds, man. Come on now. Think Al Simmons, ugly face. Give him the meat hook. Hook him. One more. You know what? I think she's kind of sweet on me, too. I mean, she's real pretty, ain't she? Don't you think she's pretty?
And I got no wind. And I got no wind. If I don't get him inside of 30 seconds, I'm gonna die.
Now, that is the kind of defeatist bullpucky that'll put you away every single time. I don't want to hear one more word like that out of
34
you.
years old, Andy. I ain't been in the ring in 6 years.
But you've been in fights.
But not in the ring.
Can I help you, bud?
I know you. Don't I?
Sugar Ray Robinson.
Oh, that's not it. Wait a minute.
Bobby Hill.
Right.
You're a fighter, too, aren't you?
Right.
Yeah, Irish Bobby Shields.
Hey, we busted you on a B&E 2 years ago.
Good to see you again.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, good. Real good. Yeah. It's a 16-month bit. Got out 3 weeks ago. A couple fights coming up.
No kidding.
Right out of the box. Still got that jab, you know? So, didn't I read you won sweepstakes or something?
Lottery, yeah.
Yeah, so I got these fights coming up, but I lost my mouthpiece in the joint. You know, so I've been using toilet paper, you know, watered up. Beats the hell out of your gums.
That's too bad.
Yeah, so I was wondering, you know, if somebody could pop for a mouthpiece for the fights, then it would really help me. And I could pay him right back. Because, plus $80.
I don't think so, Bobby.
So, but you got a fight or something?
Yeah, amateur, tonight.
3 rounds, huh? You need a good corner man? I come cheap.
Thanks anyway, I got it covered.
Okay. Make a big meal lunch. Don't eat too much after lunch.
Okay. You take care, Bobby.
Pancakes and liver. Yeah, that's it.
Bobby. Take care of yourself, man.
Double sawbuck. Yeah. Thanks a lot.
You know, I saw you fight once.
How'd I do?
You won.
Oh, great. Oh, that's really good. That's good. Yeah. Hey, take care of yourself.
I told you guys everything that all you gotta do is listen sometimes.
Okay, Leo, we got 30 minutes. We need to get this guy clothed and down to the courtroom. Suggestion.
How about some Dr. Dentons with feet?
Come on, Leo.
I'll see what's in lost and found. Wool scratches me up. I gotta have polyester or wool blended.
Okay.
Hey, Mama!
No,
Luboff, Irv Luboff. He's with Luboff Fine and Gold. Great law firm. You gotta shorten your name to be a partner. Come on.
Sit. Yes, ma'am.
Don't do that. Name?
Gaffney. Jerry.
Jerry with a J or a G?
G, as in Gimp.
What the hell's so funny?
You, trying to catch me. Man, I had you beat if it hadn't been for that other car.
Bull, I was gaining.
Oh, you were sucking dust.
How fast could you go in that thing?
I've been clocked at 23 on the straight. See, I got a slightly narrower wheelbase on a 27-inch diameter, double-butted tubing in the frame, and I sit 2 inches lower in the seat. Plus, I work out. I can curl 150 pounds and do chin-ups all day long. And one of these days, I'm gonna break 25 miles per hour. But beyond that, the chair has got stability problems that I gotta work out.
Maybe I should have arrested you for speeding instead.
Hey, why don't you charge yourself for parking in a handicap zone? That'd be a first, wouldn't
You
it?
got no right to go around defacing other people's property.
You got no right going around violating other people's rights. Look, man, you can do whatever you want to me. You want to throw me in jail? Throw me in jail. But I'm telling you, as soon as I'm back out on the street again and I see somebody in that space who doesn't have a right to be, he gets the paint. Your chief of police, he's in that space, he's going to get the paint. The president of the United States is in that space, he gets the paint.
What's the matter?
I gotta go to the John.
That way, and make it quick.
Yes, we have. What are you waiting for? Is your stall wheelchair accessible?
No.
Because if it ain't, I'm gonna need some help. All right. You're gonna have to pick me up and put me down. Come on, man, I don't have all day.
All right.
But,
You ready?
yeah. All right. Move the chair. I pull my pants down. I got a bag on my leg, so watch that. What's the bag, man? All right, grab me under the arms again. Where? Over there. All right. You ready? Yeah. Okay. All right, come on. I'm going. Hold on, man!
I'm sorry.
Get me up. Get me up! Get out of here. Come on, get out of here, man.
Absolutely.
I'll put that out.
Yes? Irv Luboff, Captain. I represent Benjamin Seltzer on these bookmaking charges.
He's in interrogation.
He's also in the Hill Street Station House, which strikes me as a little odd since gambling enforcement's been coming out of Division Vice ever since the Haywood Commission.
Well, it's back in the precincts for today.
Why?
Statutes are in the books, Mr. Luboff. What's it to you who enforces them?
A mom-and-pop crime gets treated like the Brinks job? Cops preempt another division's jurisdiction? A reasonable attorney is going to wonder why. Maybe the department's just after its own.
It's a free country. You're entitled to your speculations.
But is that what it's about, Captain? I mean, you think some of the cops were on the tape?
Make your point.
Because if that's what you're after, I think Ben Seltzer can help you.
Captain, I've been in the business a long time.
Long before the Hayward Commission, I seen a lot of cops come and go, and they weren't all scouts. I ain't a violent man, Captain. I gotta take care of myself in other ways.
And?
My security fund. Been in cold storage 15 years, right next to the missus's furs.
Mr. Seltzer's in the market for a trade. Reduction to a misdemeanor in exchange for his security fund.
Which contains?
A lot of voices, a lot of conversations.
Whose?
Oh, there's so many, so long ago. Listen, Captain, then tell me, can we do business? I have nothing more to say.
J.D.?
Yeah, we got a reel-to-reel downstairs.
See me when you're through.
My client has duplicates in another location.
I know definitely it jumped the curb. Like this. Almost clipped me. I had to dive out the way myself.
Why did you wait until now to come forward, Mr. Gilbert?
Ma'am, I told the police what's happening. They said they didn't need me. Which I could understand.
Have you been drinking today?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I have been. But that don't stop me from remembering the sight of death. That cab come up there like a demon. Like the driver was trying to turn the wheel, but he couldn't do nothing. Like I was saying, T4692. That's the license plate number. The cab was like a demon. Like the devil's car. Just kill that poor innocent man.
No further questions.
Witness, step down.
People rest.
Summations?
Hey! Hey! I'm buck naked. I'm buck naked. I'm buck naked! I'm buck naked! I'm buck naked, buck naked, buck naked! Get Chip, cover the head up! I'm buck naked, buck naked, buck naked! I'm buck naked! Hey! I'm buck naked!
Get out of there. I got it.
You were pretty good in there. You articulated that stuff about what your types go through pretty good.
Yep. I should have been acquitted, too.
You got a fair sentence.
Well, I noticed he didn't do nothing to you. Okay, so now I get to educate the police for 20 hours on disabled rights. Now, you suppose the judge means 20 1-hour lectures? 10 2-hour lectures? And who am I supposed to lecture to? Each precinct? Nah, the police academy. That'd be where it would do the most good.
Maybe you ought to think on it a while.
You know there are over 30,000 wheelchairs in this city? 30,000.
I've been thinking about going undercover as one of you guys. Maybe you could give me some pointers.
Forget it.
Why?
Because that's something you can't fake. Takes soul.
Coffee. How's it going? You gonna get that Heiser guy?
Who knows? Our last witness flashed the jewelry. Jury's in.
So soon? What does that mean?
Has the jury reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
Will the defendants please rise and face the jury? The jury will announce its verdict in regard to Raymond Shears.
The jury finds the defendant guilty as charged of voluntary manslaughter.
In respect to Bernard Heiser?
The jury finds the defendant guilty as charged of voluntary manslaughter.
Motions, people?
I serve notice to the DA as per CCP 3719, notice of intent to appeal.
CCP 4020, motion to vacate verdict.
Mr. DA?
Motion to vacate opposes groundless.
Could you all be seated, please? As regards to motion to vacate verdict, you have nothing more to say?
The people's case, the jury's verdict is self-evident, Your Honor.
Not to me, they aren't. The crimes committed in this matter are heinous. Therefore, it grieves me all the more to say that the conduct of the police and prosecution in this case have been far below what minimal standards of judicial equity require. What evidence was brought forward on which defendants could be convicted? The only eyewitnesses were a hireling and a pantsless inebriate. I conclude that the guilty verdicts are against reason, insupportable, and prejudiced, and I hereby vacate them. Prosecution will, of course, take its appeal.
Hey, can they do that? Your Honor, this jury heard and weighed 4 days of testimony, 3 days of experts. This is wrong.
Quiet, quiet.
But they're criminals. These are criminals. And you, Judge, you're a criminal.
Silence or contempt.
Can he do that? Just change the guilty to not guilty like that?
For the record, people will appeal. Can we win an appeal? You kidding? 1 chance in 10.
This court stands adjourned till 10 a.m. tomorrow morning.
You know, those guys were bums, but they spoke more truth than you did up there today.
Behave yourself, officer.
Let's go.
That's not right.
I don't know, Fay. The man's just formed a women's rights commission. I think it's a safe bet. If he's called to meet with you again, he's got something special in mind. Well, you can tell me all about it at dinner. Don't be nervous. Just be yourself. Pick you up at 8.
Vacated the verdict.
Rare, but it happens when a judge gets fed up enough.
Damn it. Did my guys do that bad a job?
No, they didn't. It's just a funny set of circumstances.
Your client got off. Why the long face?
It's just... something's not kosher. Heiser looked like he didn't have a care in the world. And it's true, the eyewitnesses were weak, but their testimony was sound.
You're talking about a judge with an impeccable service record.
I'm running late.
See you tonight.
Oh, hi, Miss Davenport. Captain, I just finished listening to those bookie tapes.
And?
There's something you gotta hear.
Man, I'm telling you, I don't have to fill this thing out. The judge said the...
Sir, I already explained to you, nobody lectures without first sitting a day at a time with me, and I don't have any open dates.
Yeah. I should have known you guys wouldn't be interested in hearing what I had to say, but this whole thing is bogus.
Whoa, calm down.
What do you want?
Come here. Come here. What the hell was going on back there?
The predicament of the disabled. I wrote it in my lecture.
It's a good title. I like that.
Yeah, well, when I asked Four Eyes for a room, he immediately says no dice. I can't get on the schedule for a month.
You gotta wait your turn.
You too, huh?
Whoa! You think you're going off to paint more cars, you're wrong.
No, I was thinking dynamite this time.
You go back up to the desk and you get a date to talk to the men. You don't leave here until you do that.
You think you can stop me from leaving?
Yeah.
Because I'm in a wheelchair, you think you can handle me?
Well, if I can, I'll find 6 cops who can.
All right. I'll get on the schedule.
You like fights? Boxing?
Yeah, I guess.
How about going to the fights with me? Or would you like to do that?
Yeah?
I don't know if this place has a ramp, though.
We'll work it out. I got a police escort, don't I?
You want to see me, Frank?
Yeah, would you close the door, please, Howard? I want you to hear something. It's from a few years back.
Morning, officer. What's your pleasure?
The crullers, please.
Sorry?
The crullers, the box of crullers.
Oh, Detective Douglas's crullers.
That's right.
Here you go. Everything's in the box. Bottom of the box.
Right.
Don't eat it all in one place.
Detective Douglas wouldn't like that.
Badge number 1146. Patrolman H. Hunter. Payoff for Douglas and Corley.
You're on tape 3 times. It's all pretty much the same conversation.
When it happened, I was 6 weeks on the force. A couple of detectives tapped me to do the run once a week at this pastry shop. The money was out of sight. It was in a box of crullers.
Did you take any?
Not that that makes any difference.
But you knew the contents.
Not to begin with.
Until one of the sergeants in the precinct told me how it was. How was that for the most naive rookie story you ever heard?
You're 28 years old, Howard. You're hardly a kid.
In the back of my mind, I knew it from the start.
Then why?
I don't know. I just gotten back from Vietnam after what I'd seen over there. The corruption in the very fabric of things. It seemed no different here. I decided that it was beyond me to address all that others could govern their lives, I would govern mine. The fact is, I was too much a coward to confront those detectives, Frank, and I put in for a transfer instead. And when that transfer didn't come for 2 months, I continued to make the pickups.
We have to be practical, Howard. Because of the amount of time that's gone by, you can't be prosecuted. But this information is going to have to circulate. It's going to be in your jacket.
I understand that you initiated this operation, Frank.
There's nothing I can do about it now, Howard. It's gone too far.
No. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad it stands revealed. 15 years ago, I was handed the broken saber, and I have kept it hidden under my tunic all these years. I have failed the people who gave me their trust. I failed you, Frank. And for that, I'm sorry. And I apologize.
Howard, it's just poor judgment. And in the context of what I fully expect to continue to be a highly distinguished career.
May I go?
Hey, Andy, remember 4 years ago at Flugie's when Al Simmons took on the Riverview JC football team?
Yeah, they slaughtered him, right? Yeah, but that was
But he put 6 of them in traction.
Hey, the guy was using a 2x4. Hey, you're not worried, are you, Bobby? No, he is not. Come on, Bobby. We gotta pick up their land.
Hey, catch you over there, baby.
Hey, don't sweat, kid, all right? Simmons couldn't win a geriatrics tournament, man. The guy's history.
He's the same age as I am.
Bob! Hey, Lieutenant. You better snap it up if we're gonna make it to the bout.
What?
The bout. You know, the fight. Bobby's fighting.
Oh, the fight. Well, I'm afraid I won't be able to go, John.
Lieutenant, if you're worried about what was on that tape, don't be. Everybody makes mistakes. Hell, ask the man who knows.
As a matter of fact, I was thinking about Midway.
No. Midway to what?
It was a sea battle, WW2. It changed the course of the war in the Pacific. At one point, 3 squadrons of obsolete American torpedo bombers flew unprotected through murderous enemy fire to press home the attack. They knew they were flying to almost certain death, but they went. Only one plane survived. Do you know what courage that took, John? To go out and meet that fate.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think about those things on Veterans Day. I do.
Crawlers.
Boy, you talk about your massacres, huh? Bobby's gonna put that bum in 4 different hospitals. Lieutenant, you gotta come.
I'm sorry.
Lieutenant, look, I've been down this road. You gotta put it behind you. You gotta forget about it.
Do you have any idea how many generations of hunters have served king and country on the field of combat? All performed with dignity and honor.
Lieutenant, 1,000,000 years ago, you got pinched to run a few bucks for a couple of low-life flatfoots. Hey, it ain't exactly like selling the H-bomb to the Russians.
I have to take a shower.
Yeah, hey, okay. Hey, you do that, huh? It'll give you a new perspective, and then we can go to the fight.
I'm not going.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
Did you get enough to eat, Bobby Hill?
Yeah.
Real good, Daryl Ann.
Well, it's a good thing you don't have a weight limit to make. You know, I had a girlfriend, dated a bantamweight, little tiny itty-bitty guy, always sticking his finger down his throat when he would eat something.
Do you think you could put a cork in it, please?
Well, I was just trying to help Bobby relax.
Try silence.
Well, who died and made him the Pope?
Keep talking, baby.
Have some gum. Here, give me one, too.
30 seconds, Renko.
30 seconds.
Bobby Hill, you're gonna kick this guy's butt.
In the middleweight division, a first-round elimination bout. In the red corner, weighing in at 161½ pounds.
Got me close, aren't you?
I made it, didn't I? Al, the Enforcer Simmons.
I hope you brought your money, Leo.
You bet on this, Schnitz?
In the blue corner, at 163 pounds, representing Hill Street, Bobby Blueberry Hill.
You're told to break, you break clean. No rabbit or kidney.
Blueberry Hill?
Yeah, Fats Domino was a real heavyweight.
You been of a knockdown, you go to the furthest next opponent. 3 knockdowns.
Come on, Bobby. Come on.
All right, fellas, let's shake hands. Let's have a clean fight. No one gets hurt.
3 rounds of boxing. Winner advancing
Guy's
to
a real
tomorrow
chump,
night's
Bobby.
championship
Couldn't hit the
round.
ground falling out of a tree. Bobby's dead.
Simmons will kill him.
And move. Pace yourself. We'll take the decision.
30 seconds, Renko. That's max.
Whatever's right.
I thought for sure he was going to ask me to be the token female on some token commission. But I got the genuine feeling that he cares. You know, he really listened to me.
Ozzy's a good man. I think you'll be a valuable part of his administration.
You know, I think so too, Henry. Thank you.
To you, Faye. I don't know anyone who deserves happiness more.
Would it embarrass you if I told you I love you?
Of course not.
I don't mean I love you, I want to go to bed with you. I mean I love you. Not that I haven't thought about it.
About what?
You know, us in the same room without clothes. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to embarrass you. I know that's nothing strong between us.
Hey.
What?
You're beautiful. And I have thought about us making love to each other.
Now, let me tell you why that would be completely wrong.
Why?
Well, for one thing, there's Frank to consider. Now, I know that he's remarried, and you and I are single adults. But that's not the point. I mean, you two have to work with each other. And besides, you know, when sex enters a relationship, it gets all tense and possessive and... Henry, what you and I have is so special. I mean, I would cut my wrist before I'd do anything to jeopardize that.
Maybe you're right.
You're not angry, are you?
Of course not.
Why risk it?
Onward and upward. Can I walk you to the door?
Oh, no, that's okay. Thank you, Henry Goldblum. For dinner and for you and for everything.
You're welcome. Kiss the kids for me.
I will. They're with my mother tonight. Good night. Henry, this is wrong.
No, it's not.
Well, are we going to do this double parked, or are you going to come in?
Something esprit de corps. A quick, extemporaneous haiku. When shudders dark, leaves of fortune. Tree, you stand testament of my opacity. clean application of pressure. Function of simple algebraic equation. Be a man about it. I love you, Mom.